You're definitely going through some cycle here. Closing out chapters with the World and the Tree of Life. Trying to overcome some kind of addiction or something toxic. I feel like you're having to start all over. But with the Five of Swords reversed, you're not letting whatever this is defeat you. You're not allowing yourself to feel defeated. Tell me about the Ten of Coins for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Hierophant reversed could be dealing with the Taurus. You could be in the process of getting a divorce. But I feel like this Hierophant is saying you're starting all over. Tell me about the Tree of Life. The Star reversed and the Eight of Swords. You're trapped in some kind of mindset, like negative mindset. Like you're trying to not let this defeat you, but you're trapped in this like losing hope kind of energy. Tell me about the Seven of Cups for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Sun reversed. You're feeling very confused about something. There's no clarity. You're not sure where, you know you have to start over, but you're not sure where you should be, where you're supposed to be going, where you are going. You're just kind of Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Gemini? Clarify the Nine of Wands. You got the Emperor reversed, Three of Cups reversed. You could have been dealing with a third-party situation, but I feel like this is more like you feel like you're losing control and you feel like giving up almost. You could just need a night out to get out of your funk. Tell me about the Devil. King of Pentacles. You probably just had to pack up and move. To get out of whatever this toxicity was. And that's why you feel like that's why you're having to start over. Tell me about the Sun. Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like you had to leave your home, possibly end a relationship. You're super confused. There's no clarity. You're feeling trapped in this hopelessness mindset. I feel like giving up. There's no reason to celebrate right now. You're losing control. Tell me about the Five of Swords. You got Santa Muerte reversed and Page of Swords reversed. So you're giving up, I feel like. Don't give up, Gemini. I don't know what you're giving up on. You're feeling completely unambitious. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. You know, the Ten of Swords. This Queen of Cups betrayed you in some way. You're feeling betrayed. And maybe that's why you're giving up. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. What was this betrayal? Tell me about the betrayal. This Queen of Cups probably moved on without you. This probably happened after all of this happened, and that's probably why you're giving up. You probably had to move, start all over. You're trying to get rid of the toxicity in your life. You're trying not to give up, and you started losing control, and then this queen left. And maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Tell me about the world. Clarify the world for Gemini. The Lovers reversed, Five of Wands. This queen could have possibly had somebody else. Oops. And on top of everything else that's going on in your life, and then this queen betrays you. Now you're just giving up. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups reversed for the King of Pentacles. You could just be giving up on love for a bit, especially with the Knight of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, Six of Cups reversed, Ten of Wands reversed, Four of Swords. So you're probably just taking a break from love. You feel betrayed by this queen because she moved on without you. Maybe she had somebody else, maybe not. You feel like you gotta pack up your life and start over. You're trapped in this hopelessness mindset. You're losing control, feeling like you want to give up. But you may have an opportunity here with a job, and that could be what's carrying you through. So, Gemini, let me get you some advice. I hope this made sense for some of you. Final advice for Gemini. The black cat is change. I believe it's a change in your luck. Let's see. Your luck will change. It was reversed, but it's the same reversed as it is upright. So, things are gonna change soon. And I feel like it has to do with a job. With the King of Pentacles here, which is just about the only upright card that's positive. Well, you do have the World here in the upright. So there's change coming. And I feel like it has to do with your job, even though it does look like you did have to move. You know, pick up your life and start over. But there's change coming. I would change your hopelessness mindset, because with that kind of mindset, things will more than likely only get worse. Start thinking a little more positively. I mean, being positive doesn't mean you have to be all happy, cheery, even when, you know, shit's hitting the fan. It just means that you realize that it won't be like this forever. Eventually, things will change. So start thinking more positively. There is change coming. Your luck will change. Not necessarily about the divorce, but about something, and something to do with the relationship. If you are fighting over assets, don't give up. You'll get exactly what you're meant to get. I wouldn't stress too much over it. But I feel like this Nine of Swords is fearing either gossip or there could be some slander. Tell me about this Page of Swords for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Why is the Page of Swords here? Page of Swords. Clarify Page of Swords. Four of Swords. I feel like your mind is what needs to be healed right now. Or there were some words said about you that you need to heal from. Some kind of gossip or slander, possibly. Tell me about the Four of Swords. What is this Four of Swords? I feel like you're not sleeping very well lately. He's a Devil, Ace of Swords, Six of Coins. So possibly, if you are going through a divorce, the slander, if there is any, could be that your ex-wife or husband is saying that there was some kind of toxic behavior, that possibly you're an alcoholic or a drug addict or controlling or abusive, somehow in some way making that up because they want to be able to get more out of the divorce. Some of the Nine of Swords. If that's the case, either somebody will pick up on the fact that she's lying, or eventually he or she, whoever's doing this, will get their karma. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Oh, I bent my card. Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Jesus. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so it's just a fear about your investments, about... This is divorce all day to me, honestly. Like, I don't really see a whole lot else, but you're fearing that this other person who probably didn't work for all the things that you had is going to take everything from you using slander. Let's talk about the Ace of Swords. Could be the mother of your children. But again, this is, you know, slander. And they're asking you to be compassionate to this person. I'm not sure why, because I don't feel like you should have to be compassionate to somebody who's going to ruin your name just to take more of your money or more of the assets. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. This person possibly cheated on you and doesn't really have a foot to stand on in this divorce and has to resort to slander. Ace of Wands. So yeah, this person probably had a one-night stand with somebody else, cheated on you, and you wanted a divorce, and now that they realize that they screwed up and they're about to lose everything, they're going to start making shit up about you. Tell me about Justice. Justice. Tell me about Justice. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. So this is somebody who's emotionally imbalanced. So if you are the husband who's going through this slander and the divorce, she's emotionally imbalanced. Somebody who's emotionally imbalanced isn't going to like, they're not going to really think their actions through before they do them. I'm not really sure how this is going to end up for you as of yet, but right now I would just try to be like the voice of reason in this, not to her, but to the lawyers and the judge. Remain calm. I know it's going to be hard to remain calm because you're being lied about, you know, you're being slandered, and this woman is emotionally imbalanced, and she probably cheated in the first place. And now you're having to sit in front of a judge and be calm about it, but I feel like that's going to be what helps this situation. I feel like if you fly off the handle, they're going to be like, oh, well, this must be true. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Yeah, so remain calm. You got the Six of Swords, Death, Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, and Ten of Wands. So it's becoming a real burden to you, this fighting, and you just kind of want it to be over with. But I really feel like if you just remain calm about this situation, it'll all go in your favor. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Don't give up on what? Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Queen of Wands. So remain confident. You've been through a battle with this situation, but remain confident, remain calm. Don't turn into the Queen of Wands reversed and start getting angry and bitchy about this. And I feel like it will work out in your favor. So, and if she is emotionally imbalanced, a good judge will be able to tell that. If you don't have a good judge, I don't know what to tell you, but a good judge will be able to tell if somebody's, you know, insane or making shit up. So, final advice for Gemini for April 10th through the 17th. Final advice for Gemini. Alright, you got card number 6. tranquility, at peace. This, again, just remain calm. I go to nature to be soothed and healed and to have my senses put in order. We have experienced a difficult period, but the trial is over. What the? I love synchronicities. Challenging times in their multitude of forms, worries over financial or health issues, troubled relationships, or concerns for others close to us have left us physically weakened or spiritually tested. Now, either by acceptance or conclusion, our troubles are past. Now we need the comforting embrace of rest. It's time to recuperate and regain our strength. A woman draped in a purple cloth reclines peacefully. A glowing divine light or spirit drives away the shadows of her troubles. She floats gently above a zen-like garden of cherry blossoms. So basically what I've been saying this whole time, it's time to be at peace with everything that's happened, I guess, but at the same time just remain calm. And this will go over in your favor as long as, you know, the other playing factors are cooperating, like, you know, a fair judge and, you know, the judge being able to see who's right and who's wrong. And as long as, you know, you don't have any karma built up from something in the past, this will go in your favor. Just remain calm. Don't give up. Remain confident that everything will end up the way it's supposed to.